So the big story today was Brock Purdy throwing a lot of picks, but almost as big of a story today was Tanner Mordecai throwing 2 passes. His first 2 passes of training camp. This is the undrafted free agent quarterback, and he's built a little bit like Brock Purdy. They kind of have the same size and stature, but he throws hard. He's got a strong arm. He's a good athlete. His first throw of the day was a play action bootleg to his left, which is not an easy throw to make, and he hit Jawan Jennings in stride. And then his next throw was right stationary in the pocket, 15-yard bullet over the middle that Ricky Pearsall dropped. It was a nice throw. And I came away thinking, boy, the Niners could really use a backup quarterback like him. I think it's time to see a little bit more of Tanner, Mr. Mordecai. Would you like to see that?
Very much so. And in fact, people could say, why are they talking about Tanner Mordecai? You know, he's number 4 on the depth chart. He was undrafted. A few years ago, no one was talking about Brock Purdy, and he almost was undrafted. So on the Niners, the way they do things, this guy could be very important. I don't think this season he'll probably go to the practice squad, Iggy, but within a year, he could be the number 2 quarterback on this team. And he's so similar to Brock Purdy, they wouldn't have to change anything when he comes in.
Absolutely. And he's not a retread, someone who started games and failed. Like, this is a guy who has talent and might actually be something like Brock. And it seems like the same people use the same rubric and whatever you want to call it that they've used to find Brock, they used it to find Tanner. So let's see what he's got.
I love it. Iggy, why was he undrafted?
He's I think he played 5 years in college. I think he's older than Brock Purdy. He played for 3 different schools. He didn't have the most consistent career, but I think the idea is on the Niners, if you surround them with all pros at every position and ask them to just sort of keep it simple and find the open guy and make the routine throw, maybe he could do that too. Maybe a guy like him, like Brock, who's played so much college football, can execute an offense that has a ton of talent, as opposed to Trey Lance, who's like, even if you gave him all pros all over the field, it's like he's still learning on his own. He has his own process. That's not going to be Tanner's issue. He's never played with talent like this. I'm sure the NFL football feels easier for Brock than college football did because of the team he's on. And that could be the same situation with Tanner.
What is Tanner's arm like?
It's live. He's got some mustard on those throws, Dad. He's got some zip, as opposed to Brock, who throws he throws with touch. It's very feathery and pillowy, which is nice, catchable. I haven't seen Tanner throw that much, but he's got a real strong arm. And I think he ran a 4.5 40-yard dash, so he seems like a good athlete.
Iggy, have you ever heard him talk?
Not one time.
Not 9 times?
Not 9 times.
Now, that's a quiz. People need to know where that comes from.
They need to know. Do you think people would know? That's a 1986 movie.
Yeah.
No? Yeah.
Maybe not. You got a young group.
Yeah. It's a lot of people in their 30s and 40s. They should know.